This is a little video tour of my Westmoreland glass Christmas decorated pieces and a little bit of history. At some point, I don't remember the exact year, the decorating department started using appliques instead of brushes and paint. And I have a few pieces that incorporate appliques and a few that were hand painted. None of these are too old, probably from the late 70s, mid 70s. We'll start down here with the bells. I believe this to be a hand decoration. I'm not positive, but they would have applied this red here. This is all from the same mold. And then here's one with holly. This is pine with a bow. This is holly with gold trim, top and bottom. And if you compare these two, this one being frosted clear glass, the apparent brush strokes and berries are identical in every way, except for shading because of the glass it's on. The berries here appear redder. These are more of a pinkish hue, but it is the same brush strokes. Every leaf ends in the same place, and so I consider that an applique. We move on to this pair of candle holders, and you see the same decoration in a slightly larger size. It's identical. The berries are in the same place, brush strokes all end in the same place. If you compare this one to this one, they're exact. Now, something I may have noticed and forgotten, but I noticed again today, I bought these as a pair, but this one has red beads around here and they're missing here. So obviously they were not done at the same time by the same artist. And that being the case, there's no way that these would be hand painted, as they're just too similar. And we move on to the small Santa Claus sleighs. This Santa Claus has a black belt that goes the whole way around, no red lips. This is an iridized piece. He just has a belt buckle in the front, or the black belt in the front, and he's got red lips. Other than that, they're very similar. We get down to the holly decoration, and you can see there's considerable differences, not only in the number of berries. There's 5 here, there's only 4 here. These are bigger, they have a yellow center. These ones are just plain red, even though, and you can tell the brush strokes have some skip holes in them as the brush went over this groove and out. These are hand painted. Now to the larger sleighs, I studied these for quite some time. This applique, I'm calling it an applique because I cannot find a difference, is mounted higher on the sleigh than this one, probably by about 3/8 of an inch. But when you look at the berries and the shading and where there might be a little incorporated a little bit of shine on a berry, they're identical on both sides, on both sleighs. So those are appliques. I think that's the right term. This is a poinsettia beaded edge plate. This is the only one I kept. I had about 15, but I had a niece that collects them, so every Christmas for 15 years she got a different one. But I saved this one because it's the only poinsettia one I had. And we have a plain sleigh. This is a fairy lamp. It has the same exact appliques as the candlesticks I showed you. It's not exactly the same. But when you spin this, all 3 appliques are identical as far as what you would consider brush stroke characteristics and where the leaf ends and how heavy the tips are and things. And that takes a tea candle in there and has a tea candle cup. and it's frosted green glass bottom and frosted clear glass top. Now these server trays, I have a single and a double. You can see the difference in the shading. This is a very dark red with very dark green leaves. This is a very light red with lighter green leaves. But when you compare what would you consider brushstroke characteristics, the little blooms inside the flowers, they are identical in number, quantity, and everything. So these are appliques. On top, you have the same decoration in all ways, except it's smaller. And the number of bloom, stamen or whatever they are in a flower, you know, where the pollen comes from, is identical. The placement's identical. They're just closer together. But every little highlight, all the little blushes and into the brush strokes on all three of these is identical, even though this one's a different size. It's just smaller. I may have a few other pieces of Christmas Westmoreland tucked away, but this is what was readily available. We like to put colored balls in here and set it on a bureau or something around the house for Christmas. There you have it. Westmoreland glass Christmas decorations. Thanks for watching.